do it.
You could do like
The Hello Kitty Cafe.
Hello Kitty Cafe.
I would love that.
So cute.
And then we can go to the Hello Kitty bar after.
There's a bar.
It's in the cafe.
I would love that. That sounds so much fun.
And it's
I'm
very
down.
cute. You down?
I'm down.
And
Interesting.
around Irvine, or around Long Beach, that's close, right?
Yeah.
Ish.
I see.
You can come back to Long Beach, yeah.
What's in Long Beach?
My favorite skating rink.
Ooh.
It's called
Skinamarink.
what?
Is it called Skinamarink? That'd be a good skating rink name. Skinamarink.
Also a little bit creepy.
No,
Why made you say that? I don't understand.
Because there's a horror movie that I think
That's
just
what
came
I'm
out that's called Skinamarink. And me and Nick and his client Asia were talking about it. Comment below if you've seen Skinamarink.
Anyways, no, what is
Anyways,
it called,
I think it'd be a horror themed skating rink. Sorry,
you
continue.
won't even watch horror movies. I'm like shocked.
Yeah,
that
yeah, but I feel like
You
you
got
guys.
called
I feel like you guys.
You're
Let's
a
go watch
scaredy
Megan.
cat.
And he's like,
Stop,
You
guys.
can't
I just
Oh my
I just
God.
care. I just care about what goes into my eyes and into my brain.
Do you?
I think it's very important.
Interesting.
Is this too much? Mine's
I'm here
too
to
high.
call him out. I was invited on the show to call
It's not okay.
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah, keep me in
I'm
line,
gonna yes.
but
the
don't.
fact
But let me
checker.
do what I want. What we were talking about being nice today.
Oh,
And you guys are being real
yes.
dicks.
Whoa.
That's a strong word.
That's not nice either.
It's not. So we're
Would
starting
the
off
Jeremy
pretty.
that recorded the theme song say that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Should we see?
Jeremy and Ramona, welcome to our podcast. Come on in and we'll have a blast. Can you hear that?
Oh, you can hear it through our headphones.
How do you feel about it?
What do you think about it?
What's your opinion, genuinely?
That's cute.
Okay.
That's decent.
Yeah,
That's a decent
that's
answer.
all right.
It's not like horrible. It's not horrible.
It's cute.
I mean, it's far enough from like how you would normally be now that it's like, oh, they just did that because it's like the theme song. Like it's not just you randomly beatboxing. No. Yeah, don't do it again.
Nah, we gotta switch
We
it
gotta.
up. I think it's time.
Joe Rogan has kept his same intro for like super long, and it's like really
Cheesy.
janky, kind of.
All right, let's
He's
just.
gonna come after you.
Come after me, Joe. Let's roll. He's a black belt in gi and no gi. So, but I heard he's a fun roll.
That's amazing.
He's very
When you
stocky and
first said
explosive.
nogi, I thought that was sushi. Like on a date, you were like gi no gi, and I'm like sushi.
Oh, like
nori.
Oh yes.
I
nori.
was so confused.
Nori is what is nori? Eel?
Isn't that the seaweed?
Is it seaweed?
What is the egg thing?
Smelt egg.
No.
No.
Oh, the little eggs, the little orange ones.
Yes, the little slice of egg on the rice.
Oh, the slice of egg. I
I
have no
thought
idea.
that had the word ghee in it. Never mind. Today we're talking about being nice.
Yeah.
Um,
We started off pretty rough, but
I believe in being nice. Jeremy believes in being nice. Celi is skeptical. Tell us why.
It's funny because I think that I think I'm a very nice person, but no, I think
are.
that
Yeah.
You are.
come off as and I do try to be a nice person, but I think I definitely I'm skeptical of very nice people.
Including yourself.
I think so sometimes because I
Yeah.
think my niceness or my kindness sometimes comes from like a people pleasing place.
Sure.
Like where it's like either to avoid confrontation or it's to like just reduce the stress of some situation. So I think you obviously project that onto other people and you think like, okay, this person's being nice because of another reason, not because it's from like a good place. So like when I meet people, and I don't do it on purpose, but I've noticed, I think now that like I trust people, like I don't trust people initially, like it's very zero. And then as I get to know them, my trust in them, like I start to trust people, and like I start to see like where they're coming from, and yeah.
So everyone you meet starts at ground zero.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'll be nice to you, but I think I don't, and I'm not saying like I do that
no benefit of the doubt,
like on purpose, but it's
you're like, this person is friends with this person, but I'm going to give them no credit.
And sometimes it happens quickly. Like I can just grow to trust you very quickly, and sometimes it takes a lot of time. But I don't think that I just think the best of somebody initially. Whereas like I think he is that way.
All right.
Does
Jeremy,
it matter? Does it matter how nice they are? Does the niceness of how they come off matter at all? If they're too nice,
I
or
think
you're like,
I'm really good at sniffing out like genuine kindness and like fakeness.
What are some sniff red flags?
What are some sniffs?
What are some sniffs?
What are some that you get from?
I think when somebody asks you a lot about yourself and then they don't offer a lot of information about themselves.
You take that as bad?
I hate talking about myself.
I think that's good.
No,
you take that as bad?
I think that I personally, like, I like to, I think I make people comfortable because I'm very willing to talk about like myself and stuff with other people. And like, that's like my offering. Like, okay, like I'm going to offer this like information about myself or whatever, like, and then in turn that exchange is fair to me. But I think when somebody's like asking a lot about you and it's like, well, like, why? Like, what do you want? I don't know. I'm just very skeptical,
I always
negative
learned
person.
to be interested, not interesting.
Yeah, I'm not.
So I'm interested in who you are. So I want to know about you.
And
if I'm trying to be like, oh, well, you do know who I am? I'm like, I do this and that. And that's like super.
And I'm not saying like I talk about myself like that's not what that's. But I guess it's like okay.
You're willing to
I'm not
share.
trying to call you out or whatever. But like I know we had this conversation about being a salesperson, right? Like people.
that one still holds up.
Yeah.
Is it over?
Yeah, it's over.
Oh, cool. I don't have headphones on. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
It basically just said,
bruh. Though. What was I saying?
Salesperson.
Yeah.
Salesperson.
So you said I had an issue with like feeling confident and like being social, and like Jeremy said, well, if you ever want to like fake it, or like you ask people about themselves and it totally takes away from the fact that you might not be feeling super social. And I think
because then you don't have to talk, you let them do all the talking.
I know, but that's also
if
like
you're feeling like you don't want to, if you're not feeling social, just make them talk.
Yeah, and I'm saying like I would do that because I didn't want to be vulnerable, because I felt awkward. So like maybe if other people are also doing that, they're doing that on purpose.
For someone,
Depends.
I do that a lot. I love like
you're good at that.
I love like sitting and just hearing someone talk. I don't know why. I just do. And I don't hate it, but like I get really tired most of the time when people ask me like, what was your childhood like? Because I feel like I'm like writing an essay, or
what was
like
your childhood like?
Exactly. Like I don't want to get into
like,
it.
oh, God.
Like I don't want to have to like repeat myself, like it's just like boring. Like I already know what happens. So I like to hear about someone else's life that I don't know. So I genuinely like would prefer that than to just my parents separated when I was 5. I moved around. My mom was, like I just get so bored like saying that over and over again.
Yeah, because you've heard yourself say it so many times that you're like, gosh.
And it just feels surfacey to me. Like it feels like not like a real conversation that I'm interested in having, you know? So I'd be happy like talking about anything else, but personally like sharing like trivia about my life is like kind of boring to me.
Do you feel like because you had to like that's like like if you get like interviewed or something, that's like the normal questions like people ask?
It kind of feels that way, like a little
You're like,
bit.
oh gosh,
I don't know. And like personally, like I would rather hear about like I would rather talk about like my goals or like what I had a dream about or like, you know, like
Weird stuff.
weird things that are currently that I'm thinking about than like something that's from the past, I guess.
Maybe it's because because that's new to you. Like the things you want to talk about what's like exciting to you in the moment.
Yeah.
Instead of like, you feel like your past to you is kind of like boring and like, oh, that's already happened and I've already.
Yeah, but maybe that's inconsiderate. I don't know. Like, because, you know, other people don't know. And
That's true.
but also I get like this insecurity that other people don't really want to know and they just kind of ask. And so
To be polite, or
right.
something,
And
yeah.
so I feel obligated to like answer them, but it's not interesting to anyone.
Like
you know what I mean?
Like, you feel like, oh,
Like-
do they really care? Or is that like,
Yeah, like
Yeah, it's not like genuine. It's just like
I
this
get that.
exchange of information.
so it's something, it's like, it's kind of like, it's going on in your head.
yeah.
Like you're like, oh God, maybe they don't even want me to expand in
Yeah,
this
I'm
way.
like in my head. I'm like, you don't really want to know this, and I don't really want to tell you. And
It is interesting though. It is interesting though.
Yeah,
Like I like hearing that stuff. I think it's important to understand like why it helps you understand like why a person is a certain way or does certain things.
absolutely.
So I think it depends who you're sharing it with. I think if it's like some surface level friend or not or acquaintance,
Yeah.
then you're like, okay, not ready to share this yet, or I
Yeah.
don't think this was necessary.
Yeah,
But if it's like a deeper friendship, then it's like, okay, this is probably going to be helpful for you to understand me
yeah,
in a deeper way and like why I do things and why.
yeah. It really depends.
I think context, yeah.
I feel like Celi and I talked about our upbringing a little bit before we started, and that felt really genuine and like
Yeah.
we were listening, and it wasn't like,
wasn't like
what's your trauma?
yeah.
Let's check that off the list of
Yeah.
our conversations.
That's
But so
true.
we were talking, I think, about something else, and like that lent to that conversation. And I
Yeah.
think it wasn't like me being like, "Well, how'd you grow up? Like, were
Yeah.
your parents still married?"
You
Kind
were
of.
talking about grandmas,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's what I heard when I left
Yeah.
the room,
Yeah.
and then I came back and it was like
Grandmas are great.
Mm-hmm.
grandmas are nice usually. No, not
My
always.
grandma.
No, not always.
No, not always.
Okay, we're gonna talk. We're gonna have a episode about parents and grandparents.
We
and
gotta.
we have to. That's a good one.
Don't let our parents hear it.
But
Yeah.
Ramona was like, was talking about superpowers, and I was like, I think my superpower is being nice.
Yeah.
And then Celi, and then we got into like how like Celi doesn't trust people who are nice, and like there's other friends that we have that are like, there's a friend at jiu-jitsu, Justine.
Oh, you can't just say
I
that.
can't say her name. I can't
don't-
say her name.
No, we have to delete that. We'll bleep it
bleep it
out.
out,
We'll bleep it
Yeah,
out.
there's a girl. Well, no, I'm not gonna say anything
Okay.
bad about her.
Okay, but what
But
if
she does-
she
she-
doesn't want to be talked
Okay,
about?
I'm gonna say her last name. Okay, there's a person at jiu-jitsu. Sorry, I didn't think she would mind. Okay, I won't say her name. We'll bleep it out.
Okay,
There's a girl at jiu-jitsu.
a person,
A person. Sorry,
a human.
a human
Yes.
at jiu-jitsu, and she was like, I don't know, like she's like, you seem like you're like really nice. You're like too nice. Like I don't know, I don't trust you because you're too nice. Like I feel like you want something from me, or you like or have ulterior motives or whatever. I'm like, I don't want anything from you. Like what the hell? Like I'm just being myself. I'm just being like goofy and happy and fun and nice, and like I always like to like. I try to like notice things. Like I had a friend in college. Can I say his name or no? I had a friend in college.
I don't know. When did we
Just like
start?
make up a name.
Okay, yeah, we'll call him
Charles.
Charles.
Okay. Charles. What if that was actually his name? He was really good at noticing things. Like he would be like, "Oh, did you like, get a haircut? Like, did you get new shoes? Did you like?" He would always notice things about, and not just about me, about everyone. I would notice, and I'd be like, "Wow!" And I would see it would make me feel really good, and I would see it light up other people that he would do it to. And I was like, "Damn! I want to be able to do that. I want to like notice things because people do things." For themselves, yes, but they also really also do them so other people notice. Like,
Yeah.
so it's like, oh, cool. Like you know, like you got something simple like, oh, you got your nails done, they look nice, and it's like light someone up like, yeah, I did, oh my gosh. And also probably because nails are super expensive for girls, right?
Yeah, they can be.
And so like just some simple things. And so I think I said something to Justine once. Sorry.
Oh my God.
Charles.
What are you? It's not even Charles. You have to give this person a different name.
Okay, I said something to the first night jiu-jitsu one.
Oh Lord.
Damn, dude.
This is so rough.
Have you done this before? Is this...
I felt like because it was good that it was like
Okay.
It's positive.
Well, we'll have her sign
Yeah, we'll
something.
have her sign an NDA or
Yeah,
I don't know, whatever you sign. But no, she was just like, what the hell? And I'm like, what? Like, she got weirded out. Like, and it wasn't in a weird way. It was just like, oh, there's new glasses or whatever. And it was like, I don't know. I was just like, oh, no one's ever reacted in a bad way to me, like being like, oh, cool, you know, did you get a haircut or whatever?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's a weird response, you know, that you would be weirded out that I was like trying to give you a compliment, but like not in a totally, like I'm totally like chill way. It wasn't like
You're such a jerk. I'm just kidding.
but she was just like, you're like too nice. She kept saying it like different days. You're too nice. You're like, I don't know about you. You're too nice.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people. For me, I think that when people see me or they meet me, they think I'm nice because I'm.
Because you have to be.
What?
Sorry.
I mean, maybe. Yeah, that's like the only thing I know how to be. I don't know. Or like, I don't know. I just feel oftentimes misjudged a little bit because I choose very consciously to be kind and respectful for others. Like, it's not like a default. It's not because I've never been through anything. It's not because I'm inexperienced. Like, I work very hard to choose kindness and not let my emotions like affect my decisions, you know? But I feel like people assume that.
Well, and I like that you said you work really hard to do that, because I think some people think that like being nice is the easiest thing, and like to be an asshole would be like the hard, like to say what's on your mind all the time, like it's like edgy. Harder and like, and that's true sometimes, right? If you're not confrontational or whatever, but like I think being nice and like like not letting your emotions or like impulses get the best of you all the time is hard.
Yeah. And I feel like you can be nice and be confrontational at the same time.
That's true. Yeah. I feel like
be respectful.
I feel like my sister-in-law is really good at that. She's
you
very
throw her name out there just because.
I won't say her name, I guess. I feel like she's so good at being nice, but if she's very good at sticking up for herself in a nice way.
Love
and it's
that.
so hard to do. I'm so like envious of the way that she does it.
How does she do it?
I don't know. She just politely is just like says like either she doesn't want to do that or she doesn't feel comfortable with that or please like I don't like, you know, like says like just she doesn't like
it's just like respectful
how you said
right?
it. She's like how she's very like she says it in such a nice way and where you're just like, damn, like you're not like mad at all about it. You're just like, wow, like I respect that. Like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I think that's helpful for people like this girl at jiu-jitsu and me, right? Is when somebody is nice, but they can also speak what's on their mind. And I think that's like the fear in like being around people that are too nice for me is like, are they really saying what's on their mind? Are they really being honest, or are they being nice and then they're going to turn around and talk about me? Or they're going to say something else. And I think, I mean, of course it comes from like past experience. It comes from your childhood where you probably like really trusted somebody and then found out that they were not that nice.
Right.
And then it's just easier to assume that of other people than it is to just trust them. And like, cause that hurts, right? It's like when people are so nice, you're like, oh my God, they're like, I could trust them. I could tell them things. And you find out they're talking about you or they're saying things about you. And that's just crushing. Cause like, then you think of like all the experiences you had with them or whatever are like just not real.
Yeah. I do think that
it's
fair to be weary of kindness because it can be like deceptive. It really can. So I don't take it personally when people don't like me or they choose not to get close to me. Like, it's like, fine, like you should do your own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always thought like the time like kind of tells all. Like, time will always reveal the truth about someone.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, okay, if you don't believe me, just wait, like I'm not going to change, like I'm going to be nice no matter what. Like
I almost didn't date you for that reason.
Yeah.
Because he was too nice.
Because he was too nice. Yeah.
Wow.
She thought I didn't cuss at all. Also,
yeah,
she thought that I didn't cuss. And she's like, I feel like she's like, I feel like I'm gonna corrupt you. And I'm like, dude, I cuss. I just didn't want to do it like on the first couple days.
What's true? It was really funny. This is like a secrets exposed. I found this podcast when we were dating.
Yeah.
Like, when I knew we were going out, but we weren't together yet. And there was one where you like cussed, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
You're like,
he does.
It's true.
It's true. And I was like, I'm in love. Now at that point,
really? That was what did it?
Well, no. That's not what did it. But it was like, okay, I can trust you slightly now.
I can't trust you more.
Oh my goodness.
Because you said. Yeah.
Did I say fuck?
Well, if doing bad things make you trust people, I've got a whole list.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't choose to do them, but I have.
Yeah, but I have. I'll give you the whole list. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this podcast brought us together.
That is so wonderful.
So cute. So cute.
Wow. You creeped and you found this podcast.
No.
She's such a creeper. She's so good at creeping. It's it's not
I
good.
love that. That's such a great
to.
asset.
You have to.
She's
I
like a
found
CIA
his Instagram.
agent.
I found all kinds of things.
That's someone you want on your side. Someone who knows how to creep.
Oh yeah.
Anytime it's like we need to find out like some more info about this person. Like someone started dating someone. She's just like, I'm like,
that.
how did you find that so fast? Like Jesus Christ.
People don't know how to Google search right. Like I just am so good.
I love
so
that.
easy.
That's wild.
Yeah.
FBI.
Love
Hire
that.
me.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, but that's cool that that you found this podcast and then you were like, cool, this guy cusses.
To make sure.
Got some fuzz on your face.
And when do I not?
Cat fuzz everywhere. She gets mad at me when I'm lint rolling the couch. She's like, just leave it. It's gonna
because it's a selfish chore.
It's not a selfish chore, okay? I don't know.
I enjoy a well linted couch.
Linted? Linted. Lint. Well,
Up for your interpretation.
like a real
Very
nasty couch.
Diplomatic guest. Yes.
Yeah. Fucking hair everywhere. You like that? F-bomb?
So hot.
We just have one that just says fuck.
Yeah.
We needed one that was affirming. We don't have any affirming ones.
Yeah. See, none of these buttons are nice.
We need one that says nice.
Yeah. Oh, do we?
No.
Dude, that's unreal.
Do it.
Bruh. Run.
What's on this board is really messing with me.
Okay.
Oh, we went to the Titanic exhibit last night.
Okay, I have a conspiracy theory that I saw on TikTok.
It's true. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
What happened?
They say that the Titanic that sailed wasn't actually the Titanic. It was a different ship. And that the Titanic that was actually named Titanic never left.
They made two ships.
Yeah.
One was called Olympic and one was called Titanic.
Yeah, they're saying it was the Olympic that sailed because of the number of windows or something.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah,
Whoa.
pretty much.
That's crazy. I believe it.
Why? We just saw the exhibit last night.
But maybe you were on the Olympic.
Maybe all of those artifacts that said Olympic were actually Titanic. I mean, this story's true. It's just the name's different.
Yeah, they just switched the names.
Why would they switch the names?
I don't know.
Well, they switched
They
a lot
made
of
two
things.
like identical ships.
They switched a
basically.
lot of things because apparently there was like a coal strike happening. So they didn't have enough coal to like send the Titanic on its maiden voyage, and they did all this advertising, and they
Yeah.
didn't want to delay anything. And so they switched over all of the coal like they canceled like multiple cruises to give the coal to the Titanic.
Yeah.
They also switched a lot of the crew. They put a lot of the passengers on the Titanic that were supposed to be on these other cruises. So I wouldn't put it past
Yeah.
them.
Do you think that they literally took like the what's it called, the Olympic, and then just like painted Titanic?
Yeah.
could have, yeah.
Honestly.
Because they were just like, fuck.
And a
this-
lot of people, a lot of famous people that were supposed to be on the Titanic ended up canceling their trip, their ticket.
That'd be trippy. I mean, I guess it wouldn't really make a difference, right? But
I mean, yeah.
it's possible.
What I took out of that exhibit was like, if like these people just wanted it so bad, like they wanted the fame and the status, and they wanted it to be like this amazing ship so bad that they did a lot of things and cut a lot of corners that they shouldn't have.
Yeah.
It said that the first class tickets, like one of them or some of them were like $77,000, like in today's money.
Oh.
Like just to like for one room.
Oh my gosh.
It was nuts. I'm like,
That is
that's
nuts.
crazy.
That is nuts.
But people today would pay that. Like,
Oh yeah.
you know, people are like paying like $250,000 to like go to space for like the status of it.
Yeah.
So makes sense. In that time, it was kind of similar.
I see.
Crossing
yeah.
the Atlantic was like a
Because
huge
it was a
deal
long time too, that trip.
That's a dream of mine.
to cross the Atlantic.
Yeah, I want to live on a boat for like about 2 months.
You want to be a pirate?
Pretty much.
Yardy.
It's a nice one.
Yeah.
You should have a pirate button.
A nice pirate.
That'd be cool.
You're gonna.
Pleasant pirate.
There's some kind of pirate booty joke in there.
Booty.
Okay.
What were we talking about?
I don't even know anymore.
Titanic.
Being
Nice
kind.
people. Niceness.
What do you think about nice people?
I
Yeah, we didn't say
shit. I didn't
anything
even think
really.
about it.
Wow.
I didn't even.
Do you like nice people? Nice good, nice bad?
I like. Nice.
Really?
It's like, okay. Jeremy's a caveman.
Jeremy? Nice good, nice, bad?
good, nice bad. Fire good, fire bad.
Fire?
Meat good, meat bad. Nice good, nice good. I think
Okay.
nice good.
Yeah.
I think I don't know, I give people, like she said, like benefit of the doubt. Like I'll give them, especially if it's like a mutual friend or somehow, like if it's not even a stranger, I guess I give them a certain level. I start them at a pretty high level of like, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
When you meet someone, do you get like if someone were like an awful person and you don't know them at all, you don't know that they're terrible, and you get like a little like gut tingle, do you keep that in mind, or are you like, I'm gonna give this person the benefit of a doubt, like 100%?
I keep that in mind.
Okay.
If I get a weird vibe,
Yeah.
I keep that in mind for sure. I'm like, okay, let me just keep that over here. You know, I won't keep it in my heart because it's not
Yeah.
solidified yet.
Yeah.
I'll move it over. Maybe we'll move it over to the right side,
Okay.
like or whatever in your brain or in your heart, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, okay, like weird vibe. I'm gonna store that. And I won't filter it completely through that, but I'm going to keep it in mind. I'm going to keep it over here. It's not like how I will filter everything this person does, but like I'm definitely aware that you know,
But still
I
benefit
still
of
try
the
to
doubt.
still benefit
Yeah.
of the doubt
Okay.
until they really connect a lot of dots to that thing.
Yeah.
That I'm like, oh, there's enough connections to that weird vibe that like they're a weird person. They're like not a good person,
Yeah.
or they want something, or there's like not good intentions.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
they have to make enough connections to that thing that I have over here.
Yeah.
For me to fully move them to like, no, I don't fuck with you.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah. Which you're not, you're like the opposite of that. Mm-hmm. They have to make enough good connections to like be like,
Yeah.
okay, you might be okay.
I mean, it's not the way to live. Like, I think that it's definitely not. Like, I want to get better at it. I'm not saying that this is like, I realize
You start at I don't fuck with you.
I realize, yeah.
And then it's like,
And and if you mess
don't
up,
fuck with you.
Yeah, it's very easy to go back to that place.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
what do you start at?
I start off with just watching.
Completely neutral?
I just super neutral, like to watch. Like, even if people act very strange, I tend to try to find things that I like about them.
That's good.
I don't know why.
That's good.
Like, I'm like, okay, you're a creep, but you're very good to animals. Like, I'll make note of
That's
that.
a redeeming
Like,
quality.
I try to
No,
be
that's
optimistic.
Good. That's really good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Because at the end of the day, I think it's like it's more of like a emotional load and like mental load if you like assume the worst of people, because then you have to like walk around with that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not good because it's harder to like not trust people initially than it is to think positively and optimistically about people, because there's like a lightness to that.
it's a happier place.
It's a happier place to be.
to assume
And so
that most
I
people
respect
are
that a
good.
lot.
Do you think you can change the way you decide to, I don't know, have that perspective?
Yes, I do. I think, and recently, okay, so I think it comes a lot out of being able to trust yourself in situations where people mess up with you. I think before I didn't, right? And I'm still working on it. Like, I didn't trust myself in being hurt by other people, because I thought, okay, it's gonna like mess me up so much that I'd rather just stay away from those people. And I think now I have a little bit more confidence in dealing with those types of situations and speaking up for myself, or at least moving away from toxic people. So it's easier to put myself in situations with people, even though I don't trust them completely.
That's really well put.
I love that.
That's really good.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's great.
But yeah, I believe in that. Yeah. So I think it could be changed, but am I there yet? No.
It's a journey.
But I'm working on it.
That's cool.
I love that.
You trust yourself more to be able to handle.
Yeah.
Shitty people or
that's
shitty
what I think
situations.
it's about ultimately. Is like, can you
That's
trust
good.
yourself? Like, what are you doing to protect yourself? I think that's why I am the way I am, and why everybody is the way.
Yeah. I posted something recently that was saying like it was talking about don't take things personally, because like most people are just projecting.
Honestly, yeah.
Anyways, which just kind of goes back to that, like, you not trusting people is kind of like you're projecting what's happened before. But now that you trust yourself a little more, you're kind of projecting a.
Yeah, like if they really are talking about me behind my back, I think I could deal with that.
Yeah, I see.
But before, I think it would have crushed me a lot more than it would now.
Sure.
That's cool. That's deep.
Yeah, I love that.
Wow. And what do you think that's helped you with that?
What has helped me?
Surrounding yourself with good people, therapy.
I think having gone through situations like that already and come out and still being happy, that helped a lot. And then seeing other people, like being able to talk about it. And like knowing other people have been through that before, right? Like I think we connected a lot in that we were both, we'd gone through experiences with other people where they weren't very honest with us, and it crushed our perspective of them, or like it messed up our perspective of them. And so now, and like to have come out of that and like learn from that and been okay, and like just like with anything, like you don't trust something you've never gone through. Like you can't imagine something that you've never experienced, and once you do and you realize you're okay, then it helps in moving forward.
Builds fortitude or something like that. Right? What do you
Yeah.
think?
I mean, about what?
I don't know.
Just in general, what do I think?
What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that when people are afraid of other people who are being nice, or even if other people were to be mean to me. Because sometimes I feel like if I'm being nice and someone's like being away about it or like feeling offended or whatever, like I honestly feel like that's more like a them problem. And I feel I'm like, that's unfortunate because I can be a really cool person to have on your side. So it kind of like sucks that you're like pushing me away. But I know that has nothing to like do with me. It's just like your interpretation of the world, and somehow me like being this unknown factor because you're not used to it is freaking you out, and that's fine.
Yeah.
No, it's the right perspective to have. I think we always like think that we're, you know, good and bad, the center of the world. Like we think everything is about us and everybody's perspective is about us, but it's really not.
Yeah.
Learning that I think is good, and that you know that is good.
Most people are in their own heads and thinking about themselves and stuff like that. And they're not really thinking about you as much. But like, yeah, this just goes back to like not taking things personally, and like, yeah, it's like I don't know what that, going back to that the girl at jiu-jitsu, I don't know what she's been through.
The person,
Girl or boy?
the person,
The human at jiu-jitsu.
Oh my God! Why did you have to bring that up,
Dude? Because I have to have empathy for what she's experienced. That person.
Oh my God!
You're gonna have to do a lot of editing.
This person has experience, and and I just have to keep being me, and then hopefully this person can like be
You
like.
should have this person speak on your podcast.
Yeah, or even
Maybe I think this person would. Don't you think? That'd be that would be cool.
I think
like
that
a follow
would
up,
be cool.
a follow up on this topic, the nice episode.
And oftentimes, like, okay, I want to say, like, and if that person doesn't change, like, it's not your job to change them.
Yeah.
But also, what could change them is showing that you can have relationships with people that are authentically nice, who aren't out there trying to hurt you.
Yeah. It'd be cool to be that person for that person.
Very good.
Growth has happened this episode.
Wow.
I feel nice about that.
Yeah.
What do we think?
That's good.
Do we tie a bow on it?
Yeah, let's set some things on fire now.
Say some things that we hate.
Should we say something mean?
Oh my God. Maybe we should say something nice.
Okay, yeah. That sounds better.
That's not fun.
Oh, that's not fun. No, we can't end a nice episode with mean things.
Ooh, I know.
Oh God.
I'll say something mean, and then you have to like change your perspective on it and turn it into something nice.
Okay.
We'll exercise our power of kindness.
Wow.
That's deep. I don't know what you're gonna say.
All right.
Do we both get to like
Yeah.
to make it okay?
What if I was like,
completely change personas. Like the voice is different, everything.
Today was so like lame, and I'm so too cool for this.
I'm just so hurt. I'm gonna take.
I mean,
Yeah, you just walk out. You throw your mic on the ground and leave.
You then. Bye. Well, I had a great time, and
I would say, well, not every day is gonna be perfect, and
oh my God, Hemias, it's so good.
and it's okay. It's okay to not have a good time sometimes, and maybe we'll just try better next time.
You know what? I loved both of your answers.
She went so like
equally.
She was so selfish about it.
Well,
She's like, well,
I had a great time, and
had a
that's
good
all
time,
that
so
matters.
fuck you. Your experience.
I love that. Okay.
No, I mean, I'm not. It's not about me.
No, it's like, I love
Great
you
job.
still. You're a great person.
Yeah, I agree.
Nice.